What's going on YouTube? It's your boy camATL. Shout out to the DFS squad. Shout out to everybody watching this video right now. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you comment anything down in the comment section because you already know I'm giving $50 away to one of you for the weekly giveaway. All right, now let's get over 150 likes. I'm not going to waste too much of your time. Sorry I'm so late with the video. I wasn't going to drop a video. I actually posted a high five on Twitter. But I was like, you know what? I'm deep into this slate anyways. I might as well make a video and talk to my people real quick. So drop a like down below. Let's get straight into this high five. Let me explain why I get a little more in depth than just a Twitter post. Let me talk about why I like these guys. And let's kind of talk about what direction we want to go today. I will be going live at about 2:30 p.m. Central. So check me out on the live show. Come ask your questions. All that good shit. Greenlightdfs.com. Come join the squad. Let's keep smashing. Let's get straight into this. Now, pitching. Thomas Pannone, I think you say his name. I'm not sure. Pannone or Pannone. I'm going to say Pannone. There you go. And Matthew Boyd. Pannone is 4-6. Kind of the same situation as Stewart yesterday, and it paid off. He got us over 10. That's all we really needed. All right. Pitching ended up being perfect. Exactly what we needed yesterday. Pannone at 4-6. At home in Toronto, he is a lefty going against Texas. This is an even better spot than Stewart last night, and Stewart still got over 10. This is a better spot because Texas is bottom in the league when it comes. They strike out a ton versus left-handed pitching, okay? I was on Stewart yesterday, so 100% I am on Pannone. I'm going to call him Thomas because I'm not exactly sure how to say his last name. But Thomas, I am 100% on Thomas at only 4-6. He is my go-to spin-down pitcher on this slate. Lefty going against Texas. When Texas is on the road especially, fire it up. No need to explain much more. Now, when it comes to SP2, that is where you kind of, there's some options, all right? So let's go ahead and talk about the options we have on this slate. Now, the top option to me is Matthew Boyd. All right, Matthew Boyd's going against a Seattle team that strikes out a ton versus lefties, okay? They are a bad offense. They lost a lot of their key bats earlier on in the season. They just are not a good offense at all, okay? This Seattle offense strikes out like a shit ton, okay? Like a shit ton. All right, they strike out a ton. Matthew Boyd has like over a 30% K rate versus righties and lefties. Okay, majority of this lineup is lefties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got Smith, Crawford, Vogelbach, Seager, Gordon. 5 lefties. There's going to be like 5 left-handed bats going against Boyd, who has over a 33% K rate versus lefties. Not only that, but he makes him hit a ground ball over 50% of the time. So yes, could some of these could like Santana get a hold of one? Possibly, sure. You know what I mean? But that's really all you got to worry about in this entire lineup. Matt Boyd seems like the safest option, also with the most upside on the entire slate. Other guys that you could have interest in is Jack Flaherty if you want to pay down a little more at 9,000. Flaherty going against Kansas City is a solid matchup. I'm not going to hate you for it. The last 2 games, he's gotten 9 and 10 strikeouts, respectively. That's a very good outing for Jack Flaherty. He's looking really, really good. That slider's been on point. Going against Kansas City, that's a solid matchup as well, but I still would prefer going ahead and paying Matt Boyd. I haven't struggled to make some very solid lineups with all the bats I want with Matt Boyd paired with Thomas. I haven't struggled at all when it comes to bats. So I don't think you're going to have to go Flaherty, but to be a little different, maybe going like Dustin May and Thomas together or Jack Flaherty and Thomas together and kind of getting off Boyd. But yeah, Dustin May is also a great option as well if you want to spend down from. I would keep Thomas regardless, okay? If you want to change out Matt Boyd and you just want to spend down at both pitchers, then Dustin May and Flaherty are awesome SP2 options as well. May is going to Miami. Huge park upgrade. Great park for him. Going against a very right-handed heavy Miami squad. We know a lot of times when pitchers are in great spots and we love pitchers against Miami, they happen to do okay versus them. But May is a solid option at 7.5 for sure. I'm still leaning Matt Boyd, though. I don't see a reason to have to pay down with the pricing on bats today. All right, now, with bats, I have 3 outfielders. Now, there's a lot of bats that I love on this slate. There's a lot of ways you can go. Let me start off by saying New York Yankees are my favorite stack on the slate. They opened up at a 6.4 Vegas, jumped up to a 6.8. Colorado Colorado has actually gone down 0.2. Arizona has also dropped because you got Zach Gallen, who has proven to be an okay pitcher while he was pitching for Miami. And then you've got John Gray, who has proven that he's a solid pitcher as well. So both of these pitchers aren't like blow-up guys, but this is Coors, so those runs could still be stacked on. But I love St. Louis. Opened up at a 5.5, jumped up to a 5.9. There's a lot of St. Louis Cardinals that I love versus Sparkman, especially the lefties like Dexter Fowler, Matt Carpenter. All those guys are in play, but the righties are as well. Paul Goldschmidt's a good price. Like this entire St. Louis offense are great prices. Amazing pricing for a team that is a 5.9 implied run total. Less than a run over the highest team, which is the Yankees. The Yankees are a great team because there's a ton of righty power on this lineup against who will be facing a lefty. Okay? And Means has proven that he can be okay, but he can also get blown the hell up. And I kind of agree with Vegas here. I do think the Yankees are the best stack of the day. And I also love the Cardinals and the Cubs. The Cubs are another very interesting stack for me. They're facing Vargas, a lefty. Baez, Castellanos, Bryant, these guys mash left-handed pitching. So I love Baez, Chris Bryant, and Castellanos from Chicago. And so, yeah. All right, so anyways, Castellanos, 4-5. Absolutely love this dude going against left-handed pitching. Vargas has proven that he does a fairly good job at keeping the ball on the ground. But Castellanos has a ridiculous 309 ISO versus lefties, 465 WOBA versus lefties. He has a good history versus Vargas. He's done fairly well versus him throughout his career. It's one of those situations where, you know, Vargas is not an amazing pitcher. I'm not going to give him more respect than he honestly deserves. He actually versus righties, it's versus lefties that he's got a very solid over 45% ground ball rate. Against righties, he actually gives up over 43% fly ball rate. So fire up the righties against Vargas, man, 100%. Fire up Castellanos, Chris Bryant. I mean, Chris Bryant's got a 365 ISO. Like, there's some ridiculous numbers on this team. Ian Happ, if he's in the lineup, mashes lefties with a 364. All right, like, these guys are fucking lefty mashers. Castellanos, Bryant, Baez, and Happ are, like, the main guys you want to get exposure to for the Chicago offense. All right, I'm definitely interested in all of them. Aaron Judge at 4-4, like I said already. New York is my favorite stack on the entire slate. Going against John Means, righty-lefty matchup. Aaron Judge versus lefties throughout his entire career has just been a lefty masher. There's tons of New York bats on this lineup that hit lefties very, very well. I feel very bad for Means tonight. I mean, the entire top five of this lineup, LeMahieu, Judge, Urshela, Sanchez, Torres, all have over a 230 ISO. All of them have over a 350 WOBA. Like, it is going to be ugly. The only way that Means gets out of here alive is if New York just has one of those games where they just all strike out a shit ton. You know what I mean? Like, this New York team can either not strike out at all and always get on base and hit a ton of home runs, or they could just all strike out nonstop. You know, that's just kind of how New York is. But I'm thinking they're going to put up some runs big time against John Means, who only strikes out 17% of righties, gives up almost a 50% fly ball rate versus righties, a 180 ISO, a 323 WOBA. Like, those numbers are not good at all, guys. All right, so Aaron Judge, 4-4. And like I said, if you also want to get, like, Torres is only like 4-4. Sanchez is very cheap. Like, get these guys, man. Stack up some New York guys. No reason to spend those super crazy Arizona, Colorado prices today, in my humble opinion. But in GPP, completely fine with it. Stack up Colorado, stack up Coors. We know what they're capable of. But today, I just don't think it's necessary. You've got some high-powered offenses who are super cheap. You might not even need Pannone. You might not even need Thomas. You could go Boyd and, like, some other, like, Flaherty together and not even worry about spending down with the type of value we have at bats today. Anyways, last but not least, Dexter Fowler. I talked about St. Louis being one of my favorite stacks as well today. The main thing that sticks out to me with them is their prices are just too low. Kind of like New York. Their prices are too low for the type of potential they have today. All right, St. Louis going against Sparkman. Sparkman is atrocious versus lefties. Just like I started talking about how Matt Adams was going to dinger yesterday, which he did, by the way, because DeSclafani can't get lefties out. All right, and I stick by what I said. I would home run versus DeSclafani because I'm a lefty and I was decent at baseball and I haven't played in over 10 years. And I would home run against him. Well, it's been less than 10 years, but still. I would home run against DeSclafani, all right? For all you people who are commenting down in the comment section, there's no way you're hitting a home run off DeSclafani. How about you broaden your mind a little bit and give your boy some, you know what I'm saying, show your boy a little bit of respect, okay? Even though I most likely wouldn't hit a home run, I'm still going to say I would. I have a lot of confidence in myself, okay? That shit's going over the wall, all right? Anyways, this guy, Sparkman, is another guy I could probably hit a home run off of. Matter of fact, I could probably close my eyes, put one arm behind my back, and hit a home run against Sparkman. That's how bad he is. Matter of fact, every single one of you watching this video right now could home run against Sparkman, whether you're a left-hander or a right-hander, because he's that bad. He's the worst pitcher on this slate by far, okay? I want all of these St. Louis lefties or righties, don't care. I love a St. Louis stack mixed with a little Chicago and New York, you know, and sprinkle a little bit of pitching in there, you know? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, guys, that's it, man. I've been talking long enough. We got the live show in like 2.5 hours. Drop a like down below if you haven't already. Come join me on the live show. Greenlightdfs.com, Thomas Pannoni or whatever, Matthew Boyd, Nick Castellanos, Aaron Judge, and Dexter Fowler. Let's talk about the home run predictions real quick. You know what? Never mind. Join me for the live show, and I'm going to give you guys the home run predictions, all right? I'll give you guys the home run predictions in the live show. I've been rambling on for what seems like 2 hours, so I'm going to roll out. Thank you guys for joining me as always. Greenlightdfs.com, man. Let's kill this shit tonight.